Hey, it's your boy Mechanic Dave here with some more Veloster spam. It's really cold outside, so I figured we would install some fun parts. We got ourselves here a sequential blow-off valve. They go instead of just the factory one makes. So this should be pretty easy. This was relatively cheap. I think this one was like $60. So we're gonna need to take the bumper off and get to the top of the intercooler area. And I think we might have to cut some plastic, but we'll see. So if you don't know how to take the front bumper off, it's mostly just 10 mils. In my case, I also have these little rubber band fucking things and a couple of self-tapping screws because I have a ship box. But your car should have 10 mils and then a 10 mil holding that on. And that should be about it. I think we're gonna have to cut a hole like right here, something like that. Then we climb underneath, and we get a couple of push pins, put those aside, and now the bumper's ready to come off. And then once the bumper is kind of moved out of the way, you just unplug the fog light. I have a yellow LED in there, so I didn't have to tint the plastic. And it shines nice and bright yellow. Oh, but of course, how could I forget? You gotta take the tow hook off if you have one. Oh, yeah. You gotta do that because the loop don't fit through the bumper. All right, now with the bumper off, we can see the blow-off valve on the top of the intercooler. Now we have this one vacuum line, and then we have this bigger rubber line, which just goes to the intake, which we're just gonna cap that off, just like they show in a Boomba video. So mine's gonna sit right there, and we might just have to extend this line. But luckily, the kit comes with some T's, and I think what we're gonna use is this little connector piece that has a little screen in there, so it stays clean. This is part of it, so it would go like that, and then the O-ring would go on top, and you would plug that into like a hose end. But we are going to be using this plate. And that was the last time the car ever ran. All right, so we'll take a look at the stock system. So we have the diaphragm here, and a little plastic piece there. This was that, and it only has that little port, connects right there, goes in, releases pressure. On the new one, you can see that we just need to line it up one of the three places in there. Sorry, I'm really congested. You have to cut this and edit it a little. So this piece sits on the intercooler, and then O-ring and C-clamp hold that in place, and then that connects vacuum line. So I was mistaken. I don't need to cap this end off. I still need to put it on this housing right here. So luckily I didn't throw anything away or modify anything too much. All right, so here's how everything's gonna get assembled. You have your intercooler, which is our base. Then you're going to have this hose connects to there to the intake. I would assume that would work a diaphragm. You're then going to have this piece. O-ring keeps falling out, but for this demonstration, you're going to place it on there like that. It's going to get bolted. And then this is going to sit on there. And then the snap ring goes in there. The hardware that they supplied is too small. So we're going to be reusing factory hardware, assuming it's not much thicker. It is a little thicker, but thread-wise, it shouldn't make that big a deal. And we're gonna snug these 3 bolts up. And this one in the back is a little bit of a pain to get to, but luckily the whole thing kind of wiggles a little bit because of the rubber bushing. God damn it. Oh, that's backwards. We'll call that good. Okay, so I reran the vacuum line. I pulled it out a little bit, and then I'm feeding the new line through a stamped hole, which I don't think is going to hurt it due to the angle it's at. I could probably just fucking put a piece of tape on it if it's gonna start ripping through it, but I don't see it doing that. So now the blow-off valve ends up actually sitting at an angle due to this little piece right here. Although if I were to cut this little triangle out, I could have it sit nice and straight, even. See what I mean? So there it is, just sitting. Fucking goddamn vacuum line. So that's where it would sit. I would like it to be more like that. You see it's hitting the bracket. And if we turn it around, oh, there's no issue. Okay then. I guess turn it around is the answer. All right, so this little square is just about where the blow-off valve is gonna be. So I'm just gonna cut it out. And if the edges are too jagged, I'm gonna put some door trim just to neaten it up so you don't cut yourself on it. So I made the square bigger than I had to, but it's better to be too big than too small, I guess. I don't know. Kind of too late now, can't really change it. So yeah, I'm gonna button the bumper back up, and we're gonna fire it up, let it run for a little bit, idle up, go for test drives, see how it sounds. All right, this is new sequential blow-off valve. Wow. It's definitely a different noise. Well, it's certainly a different noise than before. Before it was more of a, as you heard, you know, it was, you could hear it, and, but this one's much louder. So I call this a success. Well, been driving with it for about, I'd say 500 or so miles, and blow-off valve is doing fine. No check engine lights, no nothing. It's been sounding perfectly fine. Don't think it's been leaking boost. It's been nice and steady. So I'd say this is a success. Well, that'll be it for this time. Veloster, good. It's good. It's fun. It's fun to play with. It's like the Fox body in a way. We're pretty close to 130,000 miles, which means we will be doing a tune-up. So I'll show you what I have. We got MSD coils, HKS plugs, K&N oil filter, 540 oil, upgraded fuel injectors, and we got some intake cleaner. So that's gonna be our little tune-up kit. This whole box was about 500 or so bucks. So yeah, That should make it run a little bit better. If you like the video, make sure you like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time when we fuck around with the Veloster. See ya.